God. Mighty, 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 mighty. Oluwa is mighty, oh. He might heal sickness in my body. We serve a mighty God. Mighty, 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 mighty. Do you want
Welcome back to it, guys, the Tuesday edition of the Now Morning Show, where we are talking to people of praise. The People of Praise community is an Arima-based ecclesial community comprising of over 200 persons, and what they essentially do requires a lot of support. So, towards that end, they'll be hosting the 18th Annual Praise and Worship Conference over this weekend. To tell me more about it, I'm joined by members Lisa Perez and Mrs. Marcia Ashkovire. Good morning, ladies, and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Always a pleasure. We love adding things to our calendar for the community of Trinidad and Tobago, but specifically the Catholic community this morning, thanks to the event. So, jumping right into the conversation, let's get a little idea of what the People of Praise does. We understand it involves a lot of volunteerism, but Marcia, would you like to take that first one, giving us a little insight as to where it started, what's the drive, and that sort of detail?
Yes, well, People of Praise started 34 years ago, and obviously we have evolved over the years, and we are into service to the community. Our charism is praise and worship, and in doing other things, what we we help out in the community we have a food bank. We do external, marketing, not marketing, but praise and worship and retreats for other communities in the Archdiocese. And basically, that's our
The drive.
our forte, yes.
Sounds like a lot of fun stuff and a lot of dynamic things.
Yeah.
So one of those dynamic things is the Sound the Trumpet Conference.
Yes.
Lisa, can you give me a little insight as to what that is exactly?
So the main purpose of the Sound the Trumpet Conference is really to bring people into an encounter with God. So we said praise and worship is the main thing, the main charisma, to bring us into that relationship, right? This is our 18th year that we are doing this conference. So we're saying we're grown up now. It's 18 years of doing it.
Adult, yes.
And we're adults, and we are really happy to be bringing this part of praise, worship, and not only praise and worship, but evangelization. And as Marcia said, it has grown throughout the years. So it might have started off like that, but we have partnered with so many people, so many other people.
Like who?
We have partnered with Gates Praise, Sharon Nurse, our music ministries in Point Fortin.
Nice.
All we have partnered throughout the years to bring this, bring something different to the people.
What does it look like, though? Tell me what the day or the occasion will take place. Looks like.
So it's a weekend conference, Saturday and Sunday, this weekend. And so we, of course, have praise and worship. We have talks, dynamic talks from speakers. Well, Father Natasing, so you shared with us, that was your old parish priest. Yes. So Father Natasing is coming in to do the first talk. And what has happened, what we have realized, to reach other people, we have a children's conference and a youth conference. This is the first year we will be having a youth conference focusing on the youth. We're really excited about that. We have our Father Cornelius as our feature speaker, and also the ending segment, we have Jaron coming in to give his testimony and also share with the young people.
A powerful young man who continues to share his message wherever he can. So that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, you said that it is particularly dynamic because of the youth and children's conference. Can you tell me a little bit as to what those look like, Marcia?
Well, the youth conference, the children's conference actually start off with, because Lisa already described the youth.
Okay.
The children's conference would parallel the adult conference as well, because as you would realize, we are catering for the children. So a whole family can come.
Of course.
You have the children, the youth, and the adults. So in the children's conference, what they would do, as I said, it will parallel the youth conference, so they will have the similar, but geared towards the children, and they would do fun things with children because you cannot keep them still.
Of course.
But in this whole process of the whole thing and enjoying themselves, and the youth doing craft, and they would have their praise and worship, they will have their talks and everything else. What they will also do is that they will do something that will culminate at the end of their conference, and they'll come and present it to the adults at the end. It is so beautiful, this experience every year, what these children experience during the 2 days and what they contribute at the end of it. It is always very impactful.
Now, granted that they're going to have speakers as well, will it be the same persons speaking to this group, or entirely different list of speakers?
An entirely different list of speakers, and more or less we'd obviously engage persons who obviously love to have that ability to communicate with the children and at their level. And so it's a lot of teachers we would normally use, obviously, along that line.
Now, granted that this is over the course of the weekend, 2 days, do we have different activities for each day, or is it that we have the same thing repeated so you can come one day or the other?
No, we have different things because included in all of that, we have steel praise. So you have a mixture. So you have your praise and worship, you have the talks, you have steel, as I said, our steel praise that will also be contributing the music as well. And in addition to that, to change around the dynamics, people come and they receive, and at the end of it all, you want them to take something with them. So in order to experience that, we would normally have the workshops. And so these workshops, you have a choice of going to whichever workshop you prefer, and it will deal with various aspects of people's lives, obviously, and give them that spiritual tool to work with. So they may have topics in that workshop such as, woundedness, you have praise and worship, you have prayer, you have evangelization and mission, and we would have an element of youth workshop on that day as well. So that because we want to deal with the social media and the identity. And a very important one as well is spiritual direction. Everyone needs spiritual direction. Absolutely. So we also have a workshop on spiritual direction, and that one will be led by our international guest, which will be Mike Furman.
Nice. Speaking of direction, where are we going to? Lisa, tell me, where is the location and where can we get tickets and the cost?
So it's at Bishop's East in Trinity, right? So central location, everybody knows it and can get there. And the cost of the tickets, we have one-day tickets, $140 TT. We have the weekend passes at $200. The youth and the children conferences are free. And of course, we have our online component. Because what has happened, because of coming out of the COVID period, while we were in the COVID period, we realized that we had a lot of people joining in from the region, up the islands, the US, the UK. Nice. So we have a following, a diaspora thing happening with us,
That's really nice.
So we offer it online to them mainly, but also for people who may be working or really want to come to the conference in Trinidad, but you're on a shift, you can also join in online.
Right, so they can get in on that praise and worship regardless of where they are.
Wherever you are, yes.
If though we wanted to get more information or even become part of that network of 200 strong, how do we connect with People of Praise?
So you can call us at 667-1544. That's the main office number to get more information. Yeah.
And the website.
And the website, yes.
And this is why it's a team effort. Remind us of the website as well to make certain. We'll search People of Praise.
Yes, please.
We're going to get it. What we're focusing on is this weekend where they're having their 18th annual Praise and Worship Conference. It's happening in the East at the Bishop's Anthony High School. And of course, that is from Saturday, October 21st to the 22nd. Guys, remember that proceeds from the conference will engage and allow them rather to continue their philanthropic and evangelical efforts. So it's definitely for a good cause, and you certainly want to be a part of it. Thank you, ladies, for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much.
Best of luck with this weekend.
Yes.
And guys, head on over to their Facebook, Instagram, and other pages for more information. The Now Morning Show is just about ready to wrap, but don't worry, we're doing it in fine style. You do not want to miss this next guest. Stick around, guys.